This topic comes to us from Deepa's morning show, so Deepa, over to you.
Okay, so a listener actually wrote in for advice on this. She said, I have a boyfriend and I think he's on the verge of proposing. 2 weeks ago, me saying yes would have been a no-brainer. But last weekend, his best buddy jokingly brought up that the first trip me and my partner took at the beginning of a relationship was actually meant for him and his ex-wife. When we first started out, he was separated from his wife. Now it's been revealed that while he was casually seeing me, he was still actively trying to win his ex-wife back. I can't shake knowing that he wasn't upfront about this. Is this something I should really consider before agreeing to marry this man? What do you think?
I actually don't think so. I don't think so.
I agree.
I think sometimes when relationships begin and end, we like to think they're gonna be clean breaks. But more often than not, you're tying up loose ends, at least one party is, with someone else. And if she was so sure she was gonna marry this guy, she said it would have been a no-brainer, I think she should trust the mountains of evidence that suggested she should marry him, then go back to one instance early on. And it's not like she asked him about it and he lied. They had a great conversation about it. He's apologetic. I think she should still go ahead with it.
So that's what's interesting about that. My first instinct was to agree with you, but then I started thinking, like, maybe her instinct is that there's been other evidence that he still is holding a torch for this woman who got away. And the fact that he concealed this for so long, and it was actually his friends who brought it forward, I think that was the context that she learned about this, made me wonder if there's just not more indicators that she's had that he's not fully in.
Well, it sounds like a communication issue. I think he's gonna propose. I didn't know about this. I'd also say, why marriage? I think if you've been married before and it doesn't work out, you have to ask yourself, what did I learn from that? And am I looking to get married again? So I would encourage them both to have a conversation about, because maybe he's not going to propose.
But it sounds like they did have a conversation, Deepa, and he was apologetic.
From what we took from it, it was kind of like they're very, very serious, and she's really thinking that he's gonna propose. And for me, when I first heard this, I was like, oh my God, he's evil. But then I'm like, wait, if they were just casually dating at the beginning, it's not a big deal because, you know, it's hard to tie up loose ends sometimes. And maybe he figured, oh, my ex-wife's not coming on this. I'm kind of casually talking to this girl. She's really cool. Let's just see what happens. And she didn't have to say yes to go on the trip either. And you don't know where things are gonna go. So I don't think he did it with bad intentions.
But why focus the question on marriage? So is it, no, I'm not gonna marry you and we're done? Or I think that it's a question about how healthy is the relationship. Because it sounds like he owned up to it, he apologizes, she feels bad, but she's unsure. So it's a question about the relationship at large. I think people get so focused on engagement, wedding, like the va-va-va-voom, versus something's not working. So yes, evidence, but there's something where she's like, I don't know. And yeah, they talked about what happened, but are they talking about the relationship and marriage? Because I think after one marriage and also just the evolution of love, you can be like, do we want to get married? What might it look like? Where she's like, maybe he's going to propose. That's what worries me.
But I wonder, Sin, if it's maybe a pride thing. Like, I wonder if she feels a bit hurt that the friend group, or at least one best friend, knew something about their relationship that she didn't. So maybe it's her own pride that she has to get over?
I think that's probably part of that, but I just keep going back to this, that he wanted to get back together again with his ex. And I think that would be the hard thing to kind of reconcile. You would feel like a bit of a consolation prize, especially given that he's like, okay, so my wife, I was really intending this trip so that I could win her heart back. Didn't work out, so I guess she'll go with you. So I think he's got to do the work. I'm not saying that that's exactly what it is, but it's on him now.
I like that he's frugal. He's frugal. That's good for the relationship.
It's funny.
Right, communications and money.
I think it's on him now, though, to convince this person, whether they get married or not, that they are actually the choice, that they are in there with their full chest, as opposed to just making them feel like they're the second choice, right?